All right, this is daily chart of AAPL. Before I talk about Apple, I want to talk a little bit about I practically made a lot of Apple analysis. Let's go in my stream. I mean, if you're tired of listening, looking at really crazy analysis on Apple, I'm a long-term investor in Apple, but this was my last update. And I recommend everybody to become a chart witness follower. People usually make good comments on my stream for a reason. They've been witnessing a lot of my picks. But for Apple, I usually post these type of charts here. Um, Notice what I said that in my last update I talked about the 128.50 pivot and then punching. So what I was trying to say was, well, let's read this here. In my last update I talked about the 128.50 pivot and then punching into the 129 area. Today Apple was close to doing so, plus the volume was low most of the day. Now, this is what I was talking about, on the 13th, right? But this is the 14th close, right? You can see that. So what you see is I draw this out, and this I post usually on StockTwits. um, and I explain. I give my chart witness followers options. But you can see that today Apple held above 128, so it needs to hold. It held 128. It couldn't punch to 129.50. It was close, right? But it couldn't punch. And the volume you want to be, even if it was to hit 129.50, you want to make sure there's some volume. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more, right? It's not so simply. Some instructions you have to use have to have a little understanding about investing. But anyways, this didn't even punch through. It was 1 cent shy. But notice that we didn't break 128 and we couldn't punch above 129. Okay, many people guess people. But you look at this analysis. This is top-notch analysis, and as an options trader, I need to pinpoint where there's a low risk, high reward entry points, and the accuracy of the entry is very important. I want to show you something here. Let's go on my stream, people. So here's Nike. Okay, this was an update I sent on the 8th. Okay, of May, and you can see, this plan over here. Nike is looking good, but lacks volume. Now, this is back on the 8th. Okay, you notice I said this needs to take out 103.20. So it before it became clear. Some people jumped in early, and you get lucky and all, but it became very clear even above my 103.80, 104 area. But Nike did pretty good. It was a nice move. It was very clear, and the volume did come in exactly like I said. I think 200 to 300k on a 10-minute bar is a good sign for volume as it tries to trade those areas. Today, on May 15th, on option expiration, it had the volume. Okay, so it was again. This was a planned trade. I've been talking about I sent multiple updates. The stocks fell many of times, which we didn't. So we avoided a lot of the chop. But I'm telling you, it was very clear. Just that volume. Like, I mean, we could have bought earlier, but I stick to my rules because you don't want to guess the market, right? But this was a plan, and my followers were aware of this a long time. This was a long time. Since May the 8th, I sent that update. You gotta be, sometimes things take weeks, sometimes it take days. Now let's go to my stream here. And PCP, I just sent this one on the 13th, right? To my chart witness followers. I mean, look where it was trading at, 208, right? Now, I just want to talk a little bit. The problem is that you needed to pay a little bit higher because the volume wasn't there, but it was very, I guess this is for any of my followers to see, because the stock was above the 211.50 area, consolidating. It was very clear, and so I mean, a day trader would love this. This is like a day trader. Some of these top day trading pros cannot produce results like this. This thing on the options, it moved. Even if you took the 212 entry on the 220 calls, it moved 80% from that point. 80%, and low, not 1 cent against you. Nothing. Clear power. This is analysis beyond analysis, people. Right now, we need to use stops. The stock could consolidate, but the options actually did if at least 80% so far. So you want to take some profits. So the 80% so far. So what am I saying to the Apple longs? I'm a long-term investor. in Apple. I make a lot of great analysis on Apple, and I send a lot of great charts. So if you want to become a follower, I advise you to see this video. And you want to know something? There's a video. Well, I'll show you where it is. Right, this is for the smart people. See this new video? No. Well, that's step one. That's the one you see. This a special video for all my. This video now. In order to become a chart witness follower, you're going to witness a lot of my Apple trades called before the moves on the last run. Okay, so if we go to the Apple chart here, this run here, there was this run here. I called a whole bunch, right? But I also called a lot of bullish trades from this run here, and we exited pretty much at 131 was the last trade of the run. So I tell the facts, and my charts do something pretty unique. The way I look at charts and stuff, in a unique way, but with a lot of techniques, chart patterns, candlesticks, so on and so forth. So become a chart witness follower. But I also I'm going to be making updates on Apple, and maybe this week I'm going to be making the update on Apple of what I'm thinking of seeing. A new update for Sunday, but I'm probably going to just post it for my chart witness followers. So become a chart witness follower, any Apple longs, because I'm an Apple long term. I've held, I bought long term here, and I made a video. Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? Way farther here. This was way back in 2014. This is a long-term hold, but I've also made multiple option calls throughout this. I'm well known on the Apple board, but there's always new people who miss you, because there's so many Apple board, there's so many posters on, so many people who kind of post horrible messages and just useless information. And my messages get lost in all that because there's so many people posting garbage. But the people who do find my stream really like me, and it's very unique. Check it out. Become a chart witness follower. Thanks for listening. Like the video.